can.
I didn't want to start things out this way, but note to self, never try to save time dyeing raw eggs.
I guess. So hey everyone, happy Easter. Miss Michelle and Miss Gina here, and we're so excited that you've taken a few minutes to sit down and join us today. Together, we're going to celebrate the most important event ever, Easter. Now, you and I both know Easter is about more than eggs and chocolate and that fake grass we'll be vacuuming up for weeks. It's about the biggest moment in human history. But before we get to that, we thought it might be fun to take a look at how Easter has been celebrated in the past.
That's right. But we're not going to go quite as far back as the very first Easter. At that time, Jesus' disciples were hiding behind closed doors. Well, I think we've all had enough behind closed doors this last year. I'm talking about the way our great-grandparents celebrated Easter. In style.
Oh, Miss Gina, let's get real. Some of these kids are still in their pajamas, or at least your comfy clothes, right? But earlier generations really did know how to make the day festive. And of course, some of the traditions we know and love today started many years ago. Take Easter eggs, for example. Here's a fun fact for you. Easter eggs were first decorated more than 500 years ago as a symbol of new life. Check these out. There is egg art of all kinds. Carved eggs, wooden eggs, painted eggs, plastic eggs.
And my personal favorite, the chocolate cream egg.
Yum!
In the United States, we even have a national tradition called the Easter egg roll that has happened every year at the White House since 1878. And since none of us are actually at the White House today, we thought it would be fun for every family to do their very own Easter egg roll right now. So first, figure out how many in your family are going to play. Then go get an egg for each family member. It can be a plastic egg, or if you're real hardcore, you can use a real egg. You've got 30 seconds to go grab them. Right now. So you got your eggs? Perfect. Now for your egg roll. I need you to find a place in your house where your whole family can line up side by side as if you were on an imaginary starting line. Then you need to create a finish line on the floor as far as you can from the starting line. You can use a pillow, a towel, a piece of tape, anything you like.
All right, once you have all of that done, your family will count down from 3 and start rolling your eggs from the starting line to the finish line. The first family member to get your egg to the finish line wins. Ready, set.
But wait. You can't just roll the egg with your finger. You have to roll the egg with your nose. That's right, your nose. Okay? Everybody get ready. We're putting on a 1-minute timer on the clock. This Easter egg roll is happening in 3, 2, 1, go! so serious fun with those Easter eggs. And if a few of them got busted, well, I guess it's okay, as we'll see in just a few minutes. Easter is all about things that are messy and broken, and finding a way to put it all back together again. But right now, we've got one more classic Easter tradition to share with you.
That's right. Can you guess what it is? Chocolate Easter bunnies. The first one showed up in Germany in the mid-1850s, but they became popular in 1890. Get this, Miss Gina, when an American shop owner stuck a 5-foot chocolate bunny in the window. 5 feet, you guys.
5 feet. Wow! That's taller than most of you. And kids, while we're talking about chocolate Easter bunnies, I want to tell you something. Come in. Did you know that 81% of parents sneak some of their kids' Easter candy? So watch those baskets. With that in mind, we've got another special activity for your family called
Bust Your Bunny.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. First, we need you to figure out how many in your family are going to play. The more the merrier, you guys, especially on this one. Then you need a chocolate bunny and some frosting for each player. It doesn't matter if it comes out of a tube or a tub. You can play in teams if you'd like, or face the challenge all on your own. You'll also need a hand towel and a hammer.
Yep, she said a hammer. But don't sweat it if you can't get one right now. A book, a can of soup, even your fist will work. Okay, press pause now to get everything and everyone in position. Then we'll wait right here. So do you have everything? Okay, here is how you play. First, each player or team will need to
Bust their bunny.
Yep, you heard me right. Cover the chocolate bunny with a hand towel to prevent any flying pieces. Then you give the bunny a whack with the hammer. Trust me, don't go crazy here.
Okay.
One solid smack will do.
I guess. All right, once everyone has properly busted up their bunny, the game is ready to begin. Your whole family will count to 3 and then begin gluing the bunny back together with their frosting. The first team to finish wins. Got it? Oh, and try to make it look like a bunny again too, okay? Bust Your Bunny is happening in 3, 2, 1.
Wow, that was a mess. But I'm sure your final results were, well, creative?
Yeah.
Make sure you post a picture of your glued back together bunny on social media to show all your family and friends. Now, as we've said earlier, Easter is all about something good coming out of something bad.
Yes, it's about a plan that God formed from the foundation of the world. Just like this lily grew from a dry bulb in the dark earth, God's plan took shape out of darkness and brokenness. And at the right time, He brought about the most amazing, breathtaking, beautiful event this world has ever known. Let's take a look.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His own image. There was nothing between God and us. It was peaceful. It was perfect. But then we turned away from God. When sin entered the world, everything broke. It seemed there was no way for us to be whole again. But God loved us so much.
That He made a plan to rescue us.
God sent his very own son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus connected with people, old and young, happy or hurting, people like you and me. Jesus healed the sick and forgave those who hurt others. His closest friends saw Jesus was the one sent by God to fix this broken world and make us right with God. They couldn't wait for it to happen. When Jesus entered Jerusalem, huge crowds gathered to welcome him.
But the religious leaders thought Jesus would change too much. They made plans to stop him.
At a special dinner, Jesus told his friends that he had to leave them, but he would return.
That night, Jesus was arrested. He was beaten and given a fake trial. The religious leaders sent Jesus to the Roman governor, who could sentence him to die. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law, but a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in. He handed Jesus over to Roman soldiers. Jesus carried the heavy, rough beam of his own wooden cross up a hill.
Soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood and raised him off the ground. But Jesus never stopped showing God's love and mercy. Even from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive those people who were hurting him.
Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished."
Then he died. Jesus' body was placed inside a stone tomb with a huge rock blocking the entrance. It seemed the plan had failed, that the world was broken forever, that no one could put the pieces back together. Early Sunday morning, on the day we call Easter, Mary Magdalene hurried to the tomb. She wanted to make sure Jesus' body was buried properly. But something was wrong. The stone was rolled away. When Mary looked inside, the tomb was empty.
Mary saw a man and asked for help. The man called her name, and then she knew. It was Jesus, alive!
God's plan could not be stopped, even by death. His love was too big. Jesus,
God's Son,
took all our broken pieces
all of our sin,
and made something new,
Jesus lived and died
and rose again,
so we could be right with God.
forever.
Wow. I hear that story every Easter, and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. Anything. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens.
And when you believe in Jesus and follow him, you begin living in peace with a God who can always take broken pieces and make them into something amazing. Wow, isn't that incredible? Well, that's all the time we have today. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. We hope you had fun, and we hope you spend the rest of the day making some great memories with your family. Happy Easter. Bye.
Bye. Okay, now where did I put those chocolate bunny
let's find
pieces?
it.
Greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Forever place. For your last meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.